The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, 2001, directed by Peter Jackson, is the first installment in the epic fantasy trilogy based on J.R.R. Tolkien's timeless novel. The film opens with a prologue narrated by Galadriel, detailing the history of the One Ring, forged by the Dark Lord Sauron to dominate Middle-earth. After a harrowing battle where Sauron is defeated, the ring is lost for centuries until it finds its way into the hands of Frodo Baggins, a young hobbit living in the idyllic Shire. The tranquility of Frodo's life is shattered when Gandalf the Grey, a wise and powerful wizard, discovers the true nature of the ring and warns of the impending danger it poses. Thus begins Frodo's perilous journey to Rivendell, where representatives of Middle-earth's free peoples will decide the fate of the ring. On his journey to Rivendell, Frodo is joined by his loyal gardener Samwise Gamgee and two mischievous hobbits, Merry and Pippin. Their path is fraught with peril, as they are pursued by the fearsome Nazgul, servants of Sauron who are drawn to the ring's power. The group narrowly escapes multiple encounters with these ringwraiths, thanks to the guidance and bravery of Aragorn, a mysterious ranger who aids them on their quest. Aragorn's lineage as the heir to the throne of Gondor is hinted at, adding layers to his character as a leader destined to unite the fractured kingdoms of men. Upon reaching Rivendell, the hobbits and Aragorn are welcomed by the elven Lord Elrond, who convenes a council to determine what should be done with the ring. The Council of Elrond becomes a pivotal moment in the story, bringing together representatives from the various races of Middle-earth, including Legolas the Elf, Gimli the Dwarf, and Boromir of Gondor. Tensions run high as disagreements arise over who should control the ring, but it is ultimately decided that the only way to destroy it is to cast it into the fires of Mount Doom in Mordor, where it was originally forged. Frodo volunteers to undertake this daunting task, demonstrating his bravery and selflessness. A fellowship is formed to protect and guide Frodo on his quest, consisting of 9 members representing the free peoples of Middle-earth. This newly formed fellowship embarks on their journey, each with their own personal motivations and burdens, setting the stage for a tale of camaraderie, sacrifice, and heroism. As the fellowship travels through Middle-earth, they encounter a myriad of challenges that test their resolve and unity. They traverse the treacherous mines of Moria, where they are ambushed by orcs and a fearsome creature known as a Balrog. In a heart-wrenching moment of self-sacrifice, Gandalf confronts the Balrog on a narrow stone bridge, uttering the iconic line, "You shall not pass," before both he and the creature plunge into the abyss. Grief-stricken but resolute, the fellowship presses on, seeking refuge in the elven realm of Lothlorien. There, they are offered sanctuary and gifts by the ethereal Lady Galadriel, who provides them with guidance and glimpses into their possible futures. The respite in Lothlorien strengthens their resolve, but the weight of their mission grows heavier as they continue their journey. The film culminates in the breaking of the fellowship, as the weight of the ring's influence begins to sow discord among its members. Boromir succumbs to the ring's allure, attempting to take it from Frodo, but ultimately redeems himself by sacrificing his life to protect Merry and Pippin from an orc attack. Realizing the dangers his presence brings to his companions, Frodo chooses to continue the journey to Mordor alone, though Sam refuses to leave his side, showcasing the deep bond between the two hobbits. Meanwhile, Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli vow to rescue Merry and Pippin, who have been captured by orcs. The fellowship may be scattered, but their determination to fight against the encroaching darkness remains steadfast. The film ends on a note of hope and uncertainty, setting the stage for the epic battles and personal struggles that lie ahead in the subsequent films. The Fellowship of the Ring masterfully blends breathtaking visuals, compelling storytelling, and richly developed characters, marking the beginning of an iconic cinematic journey. When delving into the behind-the-scenes magic of The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, one can't overlook the extraordinary lengths to which the filmmakers went to bring Middle-earth to life. An interesting fact is the sheer number of miniatures or bigatures used in the film. These were not your average scale models. They were massive, intricately detailed sets such as the unforgettable Rivendell and the Tower of Orthanc, which allowed for sweeping, dynamic camera movements. The craftsmanship extended beyond the miniatures, with over 48,000 pieces of armor, 500 bows, thousands of arrows, and over 10,000 prosthetics created for the film. This dedication to authenticity and detail was a hallmark of Peter Jackson's vision and set a new standard for epic filmmaking. Moving from the technical craft to the actors themselves, many of the cast members underwent rigorous training to authentically portray the characters. Viggo Mortensen, who played Aragorn, was particularly committed. He carried his sword with him at all times, even off set, to become as familiar with it as his character would be. Mortensen's dedication was also evident in his use of Elvish. He learned the language to deliver lines more convincingly. During filming, he also sustained multiple injuries, including a chipped tooth and a broken toe, but continued to film with minimal interruption. The camaraderie among the cast was so strong that they all got matching tattoos of the Elvish number 9, representing the 9 members of the Fellowship. For fans of Easter eggs, the Fellowship of the Ring is a treasure trove. One of the more subtle nods to J.R.R. Tolkien's work is the appearance of the author himself in the film. Although not physically present, a framed portrait of Tolkien can be seen in Bag End. Another delightful Easter egg is the inclusion of Peter Jackson's cameos. He appears briefly as a Bree townsman and later as an unnamed Rohirrim soldier in the sequels. Additionally, eagle-eyed viewers might notice that the closing credits list Tolkien's name as the first credit, a tribute to the literary genius behind the story. Beyond the visual spectacle, the psychological depth of The Fellowship of the Ring is a key element of its enduring appeal. The film explores themes of friendship, courage, and the struggle between good and evil, resonating with audiences on a profound level. The ring itself is a potent symbol of temptation and power, reflecting Tolkien's own experiences and observations of the corrupting influence of power. The Fellowship's journey is not just a physical one, but a psychological exploration of their own fears and desires, making their triumphs and failures feel deeply personal and relatable. The impact and legacy of The Fellowship of the Ring are undeniable. It not only revitalized the fantasy genre, but also influenced filmmaking for years to come. The film's innovative use of CGI, combined with practical effects, set a new benchmark for visual storytelling. Its success paved the way for other epic fantasy adaptations, encouraging studios to invest in ambitious projects with rich, complex narratives. Beyond the industry, the film has left a lasting cultural imprint, inspiring a new generation of fans and creators who continue to draw inspiration from Tolkien's world. In conclusion, The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring is a masterpiece that combines technical innovation, dedicated performances, and deep psychological themes to create an unforgettable cinematic experience. Its behind-the-scenes stories and Easter eggs add layers of enjoyment for fans, while its impact on both the film industry and popular culture continues to be felt over 2 decades later. The film's legacy is a testament to the power of storytelling and the timeless allure of Tolkien's universe, ensuring it remains a beloved classic for generations to come.